What?
What's your mom? Yeah, watch your mouth.
Ooh, got it.
Hey, it's not your business. Come on. That's fine. Alright, Diamond here, Martha here. Andrea here, Maxie here. Gustavo, Leonardo, Ben, Jennifer, are you there? Alright. Oh. I don't know, you move him anyway. Jennifer, can you please come to the front here, honey, to the corner? Anna, Christina, Sydney, Amanda, Yasmin. Sheila. All right. Now, please go over like at least 2. This is the first one. Next time it's gonna be taken. Yay! I'm just waiting for this time. See how hard they're gonna take it for the rest of the day. You know what? Okay. Maybe that. Let's see. Okay, don't get started. All right, Sydney. Check this out. And when he's right again. No, this is. Oh, he's the one who moved?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
move.
Luis. I saw you. I did.
Luis, move. I'm not that old. I still remember. Come on. Anyway, I don't care. Okay, take this one. Okay. Memory. I do have memory. You know, sometimes when I talk with my daughter, she says, "Mom, you have got like old people memories," because my brain is off sometimes, not working. And you know what they say? If people speak 2 languages, that helps them to be like not to have Alzheimer. You know that disease when you forget everything. And I speak 2 languages, but still. So if I don't speak 2 languages, that means I should be away in the hospital now. Anyway, in my brain sometimes I can't remember. I cannot. Okay, but don't use this against me, okay? I'm not that old. Sometimes I can't remember. All right. Now let's do the first 2 guys, and you just follow up with me. Donovan, pay attention. Now, I want you to go over these questions and follow up with me, okay? Just double check. When I'm doing them, you go specifically on these questions. The point of giving you the sheet is not to do the questions, it's to understand how to do them. Because some of you, they do them wrong, and they think, oh, it's okay, I'm done with it. No, you're not. You need to be sure it's 100% right, okay? Now, let's go to the first one. First, Jose, what do I What do we call these two? Parentheses. Whenever we have parentheses plus things, what do I need to do?
Times this way.
Good. I multiply the outside with the inside. Pay attention. When you have a negative sign, you have to be careful because the negative can mess everything up. All right? So this is what I'm going to do. What's negative 10 times 3n? Negative 30n. What's my middle sign? Minus. What's negative 10 times 4? Negative 40. What's minus negative back to back? So my answer should be negative 30n plus 40. How many of you got this right? Good. Excellent. Now, number 2 is easy because we don't have signs. The only thing we need to worry about is to distribute these, the outside with the inside. Now, 9 times 5x is 45 what? X plus 9 times 6 is 50 what? Can I combine those, Elias? Can I do 45x plus 54?
No.
No. One of them has an x, one of them doesn't. So they can't be combined. Now do number 3 and 4. I'm gonna go around and see how we do that. Excellent. Good job. Negative. See, that's negative tells you. So the first one is negative 9. Jennifer. Minus 8 plus 1, negative 4 plus 3. I just went back there. Negative 4 plus 7. It could be too much. Blah, blah, blah. You finish? Okay, I'm going to continue. See. Liar. All right. Now, let's go to the third one. I have a negative sign outside the parentheses. So I have 2 ways to do this. I even say, well, since there is a negative sign outside, that means I need to find the opposite for every term inside. So what's the opposite of 9? Negative 9. What's the opposite of minus 7b? This is one way. Or I can say, well, that's negative 1 times 9 minus 7b. That's the same as this one. Then I do the distributive property. Okay. What's negative 1 times 9? Negative 9. Put the minus down. What's negative 1 times 7b? Negative 7b. What's minus negative back to back? Is a big plus. Either way. You either do this negative, you do it negative 1 and you distribute the property, or you do the opposite of each term inside, because this negative tells you do the opposite. Okay? Any question? Now number 4 is easy, because the outside is what? Positive. That's what? What's 5 times p? That's 5p. What's my middle operation? What's 5 times 4? Okay. Are you following with me? Did you get these right? Now continue. Yes. You break down that number. So top. Remember when we broke down? So that's 15 times 35 plus 35. Okay? Then you, no. Then you simplify the top with the bottom with the top. 15 and 5. How many 5 and 15? Okay? So that's 3x plus 7. You two guys, go ahead and choose number 5 and 6.
Wait.
I don't think I can figure it.
My hands are very cold because I'm old.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't.
I know! That's right.
What I'm saying is like, I got like my body.
Okay, we can go back. Let's come back to it, okay?
I'll give myself.
I need to give you a pass.
All of a sudden, like all of it. I don't know if it's looking like. It's like
All right. Now I'm going to scroll down. Now, -7 times those 2 terms inside. Okay? Pay attention. This is your work. Let's see if you have them right though. What's -7 times 2? That's what? -14. Plus, what's -7 times 5? What? Can I go further? Okay, this is my final answer, right? All right. Now number 6. 5 times k is 5k minus 5 times 8 is. How many of you got these right? Good job. Do 7 and 8. Oh, is it your pencil? Is it? No.
I'll just have to.
Yeah. Very good. Now, wake up.
Yeah, I'll be tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow.
Good job, buddy. Excellent. Take it out. Take it all from there. I'm very proud of you. No, everything is pretty. You remember when we were down there? That's not good. This is not, shouldn't be because you spoke to that, right? We're gonna do it together. All right, pay attention, please. Now I'm gonna do number 7 and 8. I have -5 times b plus 5. -5 times b is -5b. My middle operation is a plus. -5 times 5 is negative. How many of you got this right? Good, excellent. Now, you got this. What's the coefficient in front of x here? Is it 1?
-1.
It's -1. Good job. What's 6 times -1x? -6x. Okay? Got it? What's my middle operation? What's 6 times 3? Did you get it right? Now, do 9 and 10. Maxi, pick up pen. Next number. There you go. Right. Um, 115 over 5 is good. 135 over 5. Okay. Can you see that? Now, first of all, you need to break down the numerator. So that is 15x over 5 plus 35. Now, simplify. Plus 15 over -3. Can you do anything here? No. So it's -4x over 3. You can put the negative up or down, doesn't matter. Plus.
And
Let's do this first. All right, pay attention, please. Just follow up with me on number 9 and 10. All right. First of all, when you see more than one term on the top, break this fraction down. So this is what I'm going to do. That's 15x over 5 plus 35 over 5. Do you know what I did? Is this hard, the first one? The first step, when I break down the numerator? That means this 5 under each one of these terms. Okay? Now, can I simplify? If you go to the first one, 15 and 5, do they have anything in common? Both of them are divisible by what? By what? 5. 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So that is 3x plus, what's 35 divided by 5? How many of you got this right? Good. Now let's go to the next one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to break down the fraction. So that's going to be -4 over 4, or sorry, over -4 plus 16x over what? -4. Is that clear? Got it? Now, -4 divided by itself is what? Anything divided by itself is 1 plus, what's 16 divided by -4? -4 what? Okay. And you could now do 11 and 12. Fix them. If you have them wrong, fix them. You can simplify them, do so. If you can't, just leave them. That's wrong. That's wrong. What's -5 over 2? It's not -10. You're not divided. You're not multiplying, you're divided. this. This is -5 divided by 2. Okay? Now let's do the first one. -14 is -7. That's right, right? What's -5? That's -5/2. Yeah. I'll give it a You're multiplying, buddy. Okay, 2.2. What's 15 divided? Is this negative? What's negative over negative is positive. You need to have negative. Can you combine those? Oh, let me see. This equals just to this one. Negative 1.3x plus. You tell me that's equal 5, that means this one. Add them is 5. Okay? Alright, now pay attention please and follow up with me. Let's do this one. I'm going to break down the fraction, the top. So that's negative 14x over 2 minus 5 over 2. How many of you did this step right? Savannah, have you done this right? Did I do anything other than I broke down the top on the bottom? Now, negative 14 divided by 2 is what? Negative 7x minus, can I simplify this? You can leave it, or just 5 divided by 2 is 2.5.
If we
Either one.
simplify, you get it right.
This is simplified, and if you change it into 2.5, it's also right. Okay? Both of them are right. Now, number 12, I'm going to break down the top on the bottom. That's 4x over negative 3. What's my middle operation here? That's minus, so I put minus 15 over negative 3. Okay? Do I have anything common between the top and bottom for the first fraction? No, so can I bring this minus negative up or on the side? Doesn't matter, right? Wherever I put it, doesn't matter. That's negative 4x over 3. You have minus negative. What do you change it to? Positive. Can I put this negative up here? Can I do that? Huh? Can I put this negative up or on the side? Just like what I did here. Didn't I? See, the negative number can bounce up and down and on the side. The same thing. It just tells me this fraction is negative. So wherever I put it, doesn't matter. Usually we put it up. Okay? So I'm going to erase it from the bottom and put it up. Will that change anything? No. The negative can go up and down or on the side. So I'm going to do this. That's negative 15 over 3. Minus negative is what? Plus. What's 15 divided by 3? How many of you did this right?
Wait, wasn't it negative somewhere?
Positive because we have 2. Minus and the negative. All right? Any question, guys? Are you still confused? Or you got it? Now, simplify each expression by combining like terms. The first one is pretty easy because we're just doing positive terms, okay? Now, the first thing we need to worry about, which ones go together? You have 7. What other term goes with 7? 2. What's 7 plus 2? What's 2x plus 7x? Positive or negative? Okay. Any question? That was easy. Now the second one is kind of confusing because we're dealing with negative and positive. Here's the number.
What if we did like Like instead of like 9 plus 9x, if you did like 9, like, you flipped it. That's wrong.
Okay, so if I say 2 plus 3, will that be the same as 3 plus 2? Yes or no? What's 2 plus 3? What's 3 plus 2? What operation is this? Commutative. Remember commutative when we switch around? So when we have plus, doesn't matter. That's equal to 9x plus 9. When we switch around, when we have addition or multiplication, when we switch around, doesn't matter. Now, is this 8 positive or negative? Is this 4 positive or negative? Is this n positive or negative? Is this 7 positive or negative? Is this? No. So I'm going to go over this. Those are friends. They have n's, right? Gustavo, what's negative 8 plus? What number is this? What is the coefficient in front of n?
1.
So what's negative 8 plus 1?
7.
7 what? Negative 7 or 7?
Negative 7.
Negative 7n. Good. That's negative 7 took care of n, took care of this and this. What do I have left? Jose, is this 4 negative or positive? Is this 4 positive or negative? Is this 7 positive or negative? So what's negative 4 plus 7? Use a calculator. What's negative 4 plus 7? Is it negative 3? Now some of you, they do minus 4 plus 7. You can't do that. That's a negative number. Negative 4 plus. Any question? Doing good? Now do the first two. Now. It would be A by itself.
Would it be 2?
Good. Good. Yeah. Where's the key?
Negative.
Oh, like that. Plus minus. This is where is that? 5 over 2. Where's 2? Here, 5 over 2. Yeah. Maybe I can have something. Really this. This is like, so this is over 2. We'll simplify this. It should be x over 2 minus 5 over 2, right? So when you simplify those, you get negative 7. But this is, so you simplify, so you just bring it up. Okay? And this is what is 4 over negative 3. Because here,
What is Scorpion pie?
That's not.
I don't eat anything in the morning. I just just mouse and sometimes it'll go.
here, this is negative. You see by the negative 3, that's 5. So you change it into plus.
I gotta get this one.
I don't need it. You say. All right. So guys, the first questions are easy because if you go this one, 1b plus 1b, that's 2b, or not 2b, right? Plus 8. Now you go to this one, negative 2 minus 9 is what? Negative 11p. You go here, which ones are similar or they are like terms? This is 1n, this is 9n. How many n's is that? And you have 1 plus 1 is? What's negative a plus 4a? Good job. What's 7n plus 7n? Let's go to these. You have 10k and 3k, that's how much? Plus. Oh, those are easy. What's 6b minus 6b? What? What's 6 minus 6?
0.
Sorry guys, right? No, who was that? So this log, just like this noise is from here. This noise is from here.
I think it, yes.
Yasmin, yes. All right, now you have x. Alyssa, which ones or which one goes with x? Which one goes with x, Alyssa? 7, is this 7x or negative 7? Huh? That's negative. Good. That's 1x and that's negative. What's 1x minus 7x? What's 1 minus 7? So it's positive or negative? What? You have more negative than positive. Alright? That's negative 6x. Okay? Because this negative, and this is positive. Now what's 8 plus 9?
16.
Any question? Are we done?
Nope.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're done for this.
Yes, we're done.
She knows that.
I forget, but I can see. Right? Alright. Now, those guys here, we're gonna simplify by doing the distributive property and combining like terms. Okay? Andre, wake up. Do this now. Alright guys, continue. Come on. Yes, Sydney. Yes. Oh, 2 usually combine them. 9, 22, that's 3, What is question?
I do.
Listen, this is what the bad guy first. I'm saying, come on, go wash your face, come on. What? You add first, or you need to put the property first? And fresh, come on, buddy. Go wash your face, come on. Huh? Hey, guys, when you have something like this, do you add first or do you do the distributive property first? All right, so we're gonna do the discrete property. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the 2 down, plus, what's 9 times 7n?
63.
Oh, that's 63n, you're right. Minus, what's 9 times 2? Now, which ones go together? That's 2, and that's what? What's 2 minus 18? Is this 16? Did you type in your calculator? 2 minus 18 is negative 16. What's this? Plus 63n, or you can write it like this: 63n minus 16, or plus negative 16. Correct? You can't do 2 plus 9 is 11. You can't do that. You have to do the distributive property. All right? Now this one, 4 times 10, and 4 times this. What's 4 times 10? Minus, what's 4 times 2x? What do I do now? Which ones go together? Is this 40 and 10? It's 40 and what? Negative 10. What's 40 minus 10? What do I have also? What's this? What? Or, if you want to squeeze them around, it has to be negative 8x plus 30. You see this 30, is it positive or negative? Is 30 positive or negative? Is this positive or negative?
Positive.
Is 8x positive or negative? Is this 8x or positive? See, when we switch them around, pay attention to the sign. The sign that goes in front of it, this is the sign for the number or the term. All right? Now, who asked? Go. Now, let's do this one. Have you done this, guys? All right. Let's do it like this. What's negative 5 times 6p? Negative 30 what? What's my operation? What's negative 5 times 6?
Negative.
What do I have left? Which ones go together?
Negative.
Negative 30 and 66? What about negative 30b? What do I do with it? Oh, this 60, I'm sorry. I can't see now. I can't remember and I can't see. I didn't get too tired. All right? Now, negative 30b plus 60, how much is that?
Plus 3.
That's what?
Negative 24b plus 3.
Negative what? 24b. And what do I have?
Negative.
Okay. Any question? Would you like to go further? You go. Did you finish? Audience. Come on, do the other one. Who said that? Me? Nothing. Do that. Continue. Oh, we're solving equations. Alright.
It's negative.
Alright, now we're done with expressions, guys. We're gonna go over solving equations. You remember how to solve equations? when we balance, whenever we have equal sign, we balance. Whatever we do on the right side, we do on the left side. Savannah and Luis, sit up. Now, pay attention. That's part V. Hey, that's different from what we did before. Because what we did, look at that. Do you see any equal sign with the previous questions? No, those were expressions. Now we're going to do equations. We're going to solve equations. Look how we solve. We need to isolate the variable, meaning we need to keep this variable by itself. V minus 15. How do I undo minus 15? Add 15. Select to both sides. Okay? Who did this? Shame on you. Now, those go away. Shh. What do I have left? V equals. What's negative 26 plus 15? Negative 11. That's the answer. See, just when we solve equations, we do this. But before, we were doing expressions. Distributive property, combining like terms. Equations, just like, sometimes we need to combine like terms and we solve. What time do you get out of here? Oh, let me do, you know what, you need to do the next one. This should be easy. This is going to be your homework.
Oh, that's what we got.
Yes.
All right.